Check, check. Welcome to the stream. It is so immensely hot. It is so hot. I can't deal with it. Maybe this is not the best shirt either. I'm gonna change my shirt. So black is not all a best choice, but it's right now it's the only shirt I got. So I'm gonna go with black. But yeah, welcome to the stream. My name is Enrique Eckenbach. We are doing podcast stuff because I did not prepare anything. Yesterday was kind of a day off for me. I went to the lake, I had some fun. It was actually pretty amazing. I found my new passion for dancing again, so I really want to go dancing. It's kind of fun. Yeah, Saturday was amazingly fun. Saturday we had open coffee in Breda, and after that we went to the park, and I don't know, I just love being around people. It's so fun to have conversations and talk with you guys. So maybe I'm gonna do that as a standard kind of thing. And I was with a street musician on Sunday. I was just, following her around a bit. And I might want to do that too. I might want to, play on the street and have fun and play guitar over there. So a lot of stuff happened. But again, before we start the stream, I've got a message to all you billionaires out there, because, this is what I do. I've got a message to all you billionaires out there. I'm going to need like a little help starting my business, because I want to start Inner Confidence and Open Coffee to make like this big opportunity for people to find to break through out of social isolation, and I'm gonna need 300,000 euros for that. So I'm looking for someone who would like to help me out with that. So if you're a billionaire, or if you know a billionaire, please help me out. Okay. Already sweating. This is not fun. I'm gonna get a towel. Little towel here. It's going great. It's going great. Now I need to open up my Discord. Discord. Because Discord is the one that I need to focus on. Oh wait, where's my stream chat? This one. So yeah, right now I'm just doing my setup. I'm doing my setup so that we can start the talk, because I didn't prepare at all. I didn't prepare anything. It's gonna be wild. And I know I should prepare, but I just wanted to have a break of work. I work every day, man, every day. Just like you guys, but All right. There we go. No, not working. Why is that not working? Go. What? Do I have to relog? Security. Stream Deck. It is so warm. Everything is broke. Everything is broke. See if we can fix this. Fixing every password. It's pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. Everything is broken. What? Why is everything broken? Man. Should not be broken, but it is totally broken. Things are broken, and I don't know why. Oh, shit. Look, I'm doing this. Wait. But it's not working. Things are broken. Like, why is this not? Doesn't make sense. Wait, does this do work? Does it work? Wrong button. Okay, so that works. But Streamlab doesn't. Why not? Don't look. Don't look. Submit. Thank you for the follow, David. What is going on? Yeah, thank you for the follow, David. Again, I guess. How do I... How do I check for updates? Okay, I think we're gonna do this without... Reinstalling it? No way. There's no collection, okay. Super annoying, guys. Oops. Let's just do it again. Gotta make it work, guys. Gotta make it work. How is there no... This is just dumb. Guys, I don't like it. Okay, fuck it. I'm not gonna bother with this. Whatever. Wait. Okay, so it doesn't work. I don't have time for this. Shit. Oh, no, this one. Let's go find Would You Rathers again. Let's change them up for a bit. Okay. Bless you. Thank you. Middle. There you go. I like that one. Alright, I'm happy. I'm using this. I think we're good. Statements. Come to think of it, I need my Discord link. Doobie doop doop. How do I do this? Okay. Okay. Want to offer. What? To do this. What's your favorite colors? Orange, I would say. Earthy red. gonna be a very interesting day. Boom. Guys, I'm very tired today. I don't know. It's just so warm. I can't sleep. It's crazy. So I'm just gonna try and take it as slowly as possible and just chill and relax and wait for the podcast, basically. Oh. I think it should be good. Okay, 3 people are viewing me. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, hello, how you doing? Oh yes, you're in here. Okay, good. Okay, so now you're muted. That's because there is a problem. Let me see. Yeah, I've got your screen. That's good. That's good. Now let's test the view on here. It's not working. Arcturu, how you doing, Arcturu? Welcome to the stream, man. I gotta find Discord though. Discord. Wait, did I break Discord? Man, everything is going wrong. It's warm. It's not fun, and everything's going wrong. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's Discord. Your mic is muted, so I can't hear you, Hans. But I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's my side, but I don't think so. I'm gonna see if I can edit the categories permissions as well. I can speak. Oh wait, I have to do this. 1 second, 1 second. I think it's my fault, I guess. 1 second. After this, I have to do this. After this, save changes. Should be good. Can you say something?
Yeah, I can say something.
I think people can hear you on the stream, but I can't. Wait 1 second. We'll do it again. Yeah, say it again.
My mic symbol is positive now. It's
yes, very good, very good. I can hear you now. Okay. So now I need headphones. 1 second. Okay. Okay, no, but that's good. That's good. We tested everything. The webcam is working. This setup is not working though. What's going on with this one? Why is that not working? What?
You can hear me when I talk.
Okay, you hear it, Arturo. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I need headphones. I need headphones. Turn it on first. Hopefully there's battery in here. That's always good to have a little test going on, right? Yeah, okay, this is working. Can you say something? Hans?
My name is
Yes.
Hans Bassing. Can you?
Yes, I hear you. That's good. Okay.
Back in half.
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up a little bit. But that's probably because you have voice activation on. Oh, you're back. Okay, good.
I'm back again.
There's your head.
Absolutely.
Very good. Maybe can I turn my camera on as well? Oh, there we go. Hi. Now you can see me too. Already. Okay. So my problem is that I have to recalibrate one thing. Oh wait, was that it? Oh no, I have to recalibrate this. Notice properties. Yeah. Yes. Now everybody can see you too. Got a little Discord window. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you can see the stream, but if you go to facebook.com/opencoffee, you can see yourself on the stream. You can see the chat, but it's not very necessary, I guess. But yeah, we got 20 more minutes to kill, so right now I'm just working through the slides. I think I'm actually done with those things. and then we can start the podcast in 20 minutes. So if you want to do something, you can still, get some breakfast or something.
But maybe you can guide me already now a little bit through the process. Is there anything changing for me in what I see and hear, or will there be something different once we start?
I will be sitting on a chair. I'll be sitting like next to the camera over here actually, and I have another webcam set up, so I'll be sitting on like a couch kind of thing. So that's just a view. Oh, actually, I want to go through the settings with you to make your voice activation a little bit more sensitive, so it picks up everything of your voice. So if you could go to Discord, let me see here. Hopefully you see the same thing I do. First of all, I'm gonna go change my settings. 1 second. That's better. Okay, I think you have the same thing. And like right now, you see my face and your face, right? And then on the left, you have all these options. And on the bottom left of your screen, there is your picture, then your name, and then like a man in the hat, and then there is mute, deafen, and user settings. Can you see that? Bottom left. Okay, if you press user settings, you can go to voice and video, or stem and build. I mean, did you install it in Dutch or in English?
Voice and video, I have it.
Okay, good.
Build in
If you click that, yeah, you want, at the bottom there is a voice activation one and push to talk. I think you can either select one. You can select one of them, right?
I have now voice activity.
Yes, voice activity. And if you click on that one, you can pretty much use a slider to, because now it automatically determines input sensitivity is on, I guess. Like it automatically does it for you, right? But if you click automatically determine input sensitivity to off, you have a little slider you can use to increase the decibels. Basically, it increases the sensitivity to your mic so it doesn't break up too much. Do you see that? Okay, I think I can't hear you anymore.
Done voice activity again.
Yeah. Okay. So if you press voice activity, all right, then on the bottom there is input sensitivity. Did you see that too?
Yeah. There's a slider, yeah.
Yeah, there's a slider, but it's not active, I guess. Or is it active? Can you use the slider? Can you push the slider to the left and the right?
I'm now doing it from left to right while I'm talking. I don't know if that makes any difference for you.
Yeah, if you put it all the way to the left, it picks up everything, basically.
Now it's 100% to the left.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is okay.
Yeah, 100% to the left is pretty good. But I'm gonna suggest you to put it around -80, I think. Let me test. Yeah, -80. If you do -80, I can hear everything you're saying, I guess.
It's now -80 dB.
Very good. All right. Because what this does, it means that when you are not saying anything, your microphone turns off, which is a good thing. But when you do say something, like when the microphone picks your voice, it turns on, so I can hear you talk. And the more to the left it is, the more sensitive your microphone becomes, and more to the right it is, the more insensitive it becomes, basically. But yeah, that's good. We got this.
And now I have first screen, the former screen or not?
Let's go to this. Wait 1 second. Okay, now you can press on the top right. There's escape, like a little X. You can press that X button, and you go back to the main screen again.
Right, there I am.
All right, very good. Now I gotta go set up my mic. I guess. What time is it? 9:43. Yeah, I'm gonna go set up my mic. It'll be fun.
15 minutes.
1 second. 50 minutes. Yes, 50 minutes.
All right, see you.
Yeah, there we go. Check. Check. Okay. Looks good. This looks good. Let's put this over here. Put this over here. Oh, actually. To see my face.
Gonna have a little snack.
Yeah, no problem. Do your thing, do your thing. Okay. I think we should be good, guys. So if I talk like this, I can hear everything. And it's picking up everything, hopefully. So I can just sit relaxed and I have a talk, have a conversation. I can also move up a bit, talk like this, have a conversation. Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay. Step 2 is water. Gonna get some water. Check, check. Check, check. Yeah. Okay. Arturo, you're here. So happy that you're here, my friend. Ooh, 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 ooh. Got my water. I got my glass. Oh, where's my glass? Glasses. Wait, where's the glass? Okay, I was. What? Okay. Good, good. Why is this flicker mouse thing so important? Works. Works too. Now I need to find my glass. Where's my glass? video. Ooh. So, is this looking good? And it is looking good. That's awesome. Put this over here. Put this over here. Got a little table. I'm super relaxed. Got views over there. Sorry, what?
Are you doing this every Monday now?
Every day. I'm doing this every day. Yeah, the podcast.
Okay.
I'm doing the podcast every day. Yeah. Daily podcast. I want to know what time it is.
9:50.
Thank you. Well, I have to have a clock. Wait, what? That's what I want. Can I make this bigger somehow? I can't make it bigger. I gotta cheat it, I guess. Let's cheat it. Block. I got a clock here in the corner. Almost there. 8 more minutes, then we'll start. But yeah.
Can I get you something to drink?
Yeah, get some. I got my drinks. I gotta see your face as well. Everything is going to shit. So chat. Face. I need face. Where's Discord? Discord. I closed it, did I? There it goes. All right. Hopefully this looks good. Yeah, this looks perfectly fine. I'll have it. Press presentation, present. So, everything's set up. I think you hear me well. Also, is there a way to put your mic a little bit closer to your mouth or somewhere, or is it your laptop mic? It's the laptop mic.
But I can't do this. Maybe that's.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's better. That's good. Yes. That's good enough. Awesome. All right. Yeah, I've got this like really special mic. Look, I've got this boomer mic thing, so it's all like super professional and everything. But
was it a big investment? All your stuff.
Yes. Yeah, it's a very big investment.
Can you tell me what you're talking about?
We are going to today, right now, right?
Oh no, sorry. The investment. What is it? The podcast. I let it come. I will see what happens. But I was just interested in the investment of the technique.
Okay, so what I invested in is I have actually bought a phone, which is not really an investment only for the podcast, but it's also an investment for streaming, because I use my phone as a as a webcam. It has like 4K resolution stuff, and it's very good camera. I bought a tripod, so I bought 2 tripods as well. One for my phone that can hold it up, and one for my microphone. Then I bought a microphone, which is a shotgun microphone, which basically really points to my face. It really focuses on my voice and kind of ignores all the other sounds around it. I bought the cable to connect the microphone to my mixer, and I bought a mixer that has access for 4 different cameras. It's called Rodecaster Pro, and it's completely focused on podcasters that don't really know a lot about audio. So they have all the settings and system. It's already built into this mixer. No, it wasn't the Rode. No, it was not the Rode shotgun. This shotgun is a Sennheiser one. I think it's Sennheiser, actually. Yeah, it's a Sennheiser shotgun. The Rode's one are a little bit more expensive, but this Sennheiser is pretty expensive. It's 400 all in total, and then the Rode mixer. There's the Rodecaster, the mixer one. That is a that was a little bit of the cheaper mixers, but it's still 600, so it's kind of expensive. But yeah, that's a big investment that I did. GreenNick as well. Because oh yeah, you should know, sometimes I'm reading chat. Yeah, I went all out, Victor. So I've got the chat screen right in front of me, right? So people are typing things in chat, and they are asking us questions sometimes. So sometimes I read out questions of the chat for people that are there. And so yeah, that's kind of the whole setup. And then of course I bought a computer, but that's not only for streaming, but it's like the best computer in the world right now, for the upcoming month, I guess. And next month there will be a new version, but yeah, that's also a very expensive computer. But yeah, it's working out for me. It's still so much work for me. Like it's filtering all the noise out of the voice, basically, so you can only hear the voice properly, which is yeah, a very, very cool thing to do. Yeah, but that's mostly all the investment that I did for Arturo. What parts do you have in it? I've got the newest i9 processor from Intel. I've got NVIDIA RTX 2080 Ti, so that's the newest graphics card of NVIDIA as well, which is those are the 2 most important things, right? What else? I've got a 4K screen monitor connected to the computer. So yeah, I went all out with that. But yeah, those are pretty much the parts. I can show you the list later when I am actually behind my computer, and I can show you what parts I have got into this. But I think you've already seen the list. I'm not kidding. No, I know.
If you want to afterwards or whatever, if there's anything I can do to help you promote your podcast and stuff like that, just let me know. I'm not sure what I can do, but so sharing, posting, making word of mouth,
right.
Whatever.
Well, for now, I'm just doing this as a practice run, basically. So there is no promotion needed yet, because I just need to be a better host. I need to get used to talking to a camera, and I get, so I don't really want to promote it as much yet. I do a little bit of a promotion because I like the interaction with people, but for now I just want to, practice getting used to all the little traps that I can fall into, and remove the bugs. I'm very much a learner by doing, right? Learn by doing kind of guy. But yeah, I'll keep it in mind. I'll ask you if you want to help out when the moment is there, and then yeah, we'll get serious. It's gonna be about September or maybe even October, because the month of August I really want to use for trial and error. Same goes. Actually, I have to have this screen up because sometimes I hear pop-ups. Thank you for the host, GreenNick, with 1 viewer, which is yourself, I guess. Cool. Thank you for the host. Yeah, let's keep it like this. So if I look this way, then I'm looking at you. Okay. But yeah, this month of August is kind of a trial and error run, and yeah, a little bit's help, Nick. Yeah, all the little bits help. Yeah, it's very good. But yeah, when we're doing the podcast, like in 1 minute, I'm not gonna read chat as much anymore. I'm just gonna focus on us, and we'll just be talking. I'm not gonna read chat as much. But for now, I mean, it's the preparation to the podcast, so we can talk about. We can have an interaction with chat as well. But yeah, we're about to start. 1 more minute. I've got my moderator there. He can ban everybody. Do you want to say something? Okay, I can't hear you. No, I thought you were saying something. That's why I stopped. But yeah. So it's 10 o'clock. Welcome to the stream. We're doing a podcast together with Hans Basing, who is a guest. He had a talk, an amazing talk, an open mic session in Breda, the Nieuwe Veste, and he talked about freedom. What else? And today is Monday, and on Mondays we always want to talk to the speaker of last Saturday and see if we can ask him a few questions about the topic and about himself, about his past, and maybe even his future, what he's doing right now, and why he came up with the topic. Maybe even what it was like. So the purpose of this podcast is to bring personal development and a self-development and personal growth to you, the viewer at home, for the people that don't have the ability to come and to Breda or to come to the Nieuwe Veste and talk with us, or go outside of their house or outside of their bed because of illnesses or whatever reason. This is the opportunity for you to learn some more and to meet other people, basically. So yes, we want to reach out through this media to the people at home. My name is Enrique Eckenbach. I am I used to be a host for TED Talks and TEDx in Breda. I have spoken a lot about this topic and self-development, and I used to be very introverted. I studied IT at Avans here in Breda, and whilst going through that process, I learned that being an introvert does not mean that you don't want to talk to people or don't like sharing stories. So I started a company called Inner Confidence, which is focused on the confidence that comes from you. And it's kind of a hint towards introvert confidence, which is also a thing. So yeah, and from that perspective, from Inner Confidence, that company, I said, I don't want to offer people the opportunity to learn only when they have like money. So there is a non-profit side of this business called Open Coffee. So people who do not have any money but still need some help, they can come to Open Coffee, and there will be free self-development classes and courses. They're probably not the most professional ones, and they're definitely not tailor-made, but at least you have some input and some opportunity to meet other people. All right, so today we have a guest. It's Hans Basing. Hans, welcome to the podcast. Would you like to share a story with us?
Well, I'm thank you for the invitation, and I want to share a story. Well, I like storytelling, so there always should be a story at hand that I can tell. But still, I didn't expect this question. Well, a nice story that I could tell is, well, maybe something that happened to me. Like when we are talking about developing inner confidence and and stuff like that. When I was in Hawaii some 15 years ago, I had the opportunity to swim with dolphins in the wild. And one of the first things that, one of the first questions I came to Hawaii with was, I want to get rid of the feeling that I am always responsible for other people's self-development. Because I met a person that was in my training maybe like 2 or 5 years ago, and then I said, okay, well, how are you doing? And then when people said, yeah, I was very enthusiastic in the beginning, but now it slowed down a bit again, and I'm not doing it as good anymore as 4 years ago, and I felt responsible that this person did not get all the benefits from the training I gave him. And with that question, I want to get rid of that feeling. And when I was on Hawaii, I was swimming with wild dolphins,
Mm.
and point I was in the midst of them, and then I got this picture in front of me and this insight that um, these dolphins over there, people think people say a lot of things about dolphins, like they are mythical creatures, or that they have spiritual powers, or they can improve your health, or people give all kind of attributes to these animals. Uh,
Mm.
but I saw these animals just playing. They were just playing, and it's us humans who give meaning to what they are doing. And then I
Right.
thought, it's the same for me. People come to my training because they expect everything, they want everything from me, but all I
Mm.
can do is play. I just have to play. I just have to do my thing, what I think I'm good at, and it's their responsibility to do something with it.
Yes.
Like last Saturday, I told you the only thing I can do as a public speaker is offer you the red pill or the blue pill, but you have to choose and you have to swallow it. And
Right.
I cannot take that responsibility on me. So if I meet you in 5 years and you say I did nothing with your lessons, okay, it's your choice. And that was something I had to learn and to let go. Yeah. Thanks to the
Wow.
dolphins, I managed. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a pretty good story. I like how you did storytelling. Like everything has like a little uh yeah, I can remember this story because of the dolphins, because I like dolphins a lot, you know. It's a pretty good story to talk to. Yeah. I like it. It's a good one. So what we're doing in this podcast, usually we start off with a little introduction, and we don't do it in the general sense like how old are you, where you from, but we do it in a more philosophical way. And we're gonna play a game called Would You Rather. And you probably know about this game. I'm gonna move my chair a bit so I can see my own screen. So, um, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you two options, so you gotta pick one of them, and these options are kind of sort of a personality test, I would say, but it's not really
Okay.
that difficult. Okay, so we're gonna play Would You Rather. I've got two options for you. Would you rather be feared by everyone, or would you rather be loved by everyone?
I would like to be loved by everyone. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so the reason why
yeah.
I put this one is okay. So let me explain the question real quick, and then we can go into it because this is a fun one. The reason why I put this question, like the obvious answer, seems to be loved by all, and my next question is why. Is there any reason why you would pick feared, or what is wrong with picking be loved by all? What can be a negative connotation about it? So, what do you think?
Um, if I can repeat the question, I chose for
Mhm.
I prefer to be loved by everyone, and now your question is there also a negative side to it
Yeah,
or
let's
not?
just ask why. Why did you choose these options? Let's go like from the beginning. Why did you choose be loved by all?
Well, it's just because I know now for these many years I have found out that this is one thing that I am looking for, and
Mm,
that's also a part of the story I told why I want people to benefit from what I'm doing, because there's always this part I like to be appreciated for what I do. I like to get compliments. I like to hear
mm,
that people say, "Oh, the training I had from you, it changed my life." All this kind of reactions, I love it because I think I'm a pretty vain person. I
mm-hmm,
yeah, I like to be appreciated and valued and stuff like that. And I think your question, it was a double question, because but I somewhere I believe that all people in the world are looking for appreciation, even the ones who would like others to be to be feared by everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because this is the thing. Like I saw this question, I saw this would you rather pop up on the screen, and I was like, why would anyone pick be feared by all? There's no reason to picking be feared by all, and that's what I wanted to discuss with you as well. But as a lead from this, uh, would you rather question, like, what is the downside of picking be loved by all? What is bad about it? Why wouldn't you pick be loved by all?
I think the downside is, of course, that well, like I said, but it's for everything. If it can always be too much. If you are always looking for appreciation, for compliments and stuff, like maybe you are going to try too much, and at some point you might ask the question, why do you need it so much? Because it can also show that there's not enough self-confidence, and that you still need it from the outside to feel good. Where when it
Right.
comes down to it, of course, if you are really good with yourself, you actually don't really need, well, you don't need it a lot, but I think you
Right.
still need. I think it's just part of being human.
I understand. Yeah, so you kind of if you're loved by all, also that you're becoming overconfident. That's kind of what you're trying to say, right? You become overconfident and you lose the necessity to learn more, to develop yourself, because you're loved by anyway, and then that
Can I
looking
tell another,
for appreciation. Check it going.
can I tell another story?
Yeah.
Uh, it happened on Hawaii as well. I was once on the island of Molokai, and when I
Mhm.
came there, I'm going to make it a shorter story, but something happened that was like a coincidence, and I came there, and I I got a name of a guy that lived on the island. So I
Mm.
went to the first store, the bookstore, and I said, I'm looking for this person. I mean, it's a small island, 7,000 people. And then she said, I know the guy. I know the guy, Lawrence Aki, and he lives somewhere in the rainforest, in the jungle, on the other side of the
Wow.
island. And I said, how do I get there? Well, she said, there's only one road, and you have to park, and then you just go into the forest, and hopefully you can find him. I mean, that was the only advice I got, but I did. And when I entered the forest, I was addressed a couple of times by native Hawaiians, because they didn't want me there as a foreigner. But I said I was looking for Lawrence, so they let me go. And at some point, I met him. I met the guy. So we sat on his
Wow.
porch near his hut, and we had a great talk. And then at some point, this guy asked me, Hans, do you love yourself unconditionally?
Okay.
I had to think about that question. And after a couple of seconds, he said, stop thinking. I know enough. And I was a bit puzzled. I said, yeah, but I'm not perfect. And I made mistakes in my life. So I had to think about the question. And then he said, do you love your children unconditionally? And I said, yes, of course. And then he said, are they perfect? Do they make mistakes? Do they have some bad, dark side in their character? And I said,
Mm.
yeah. And you still love them unconditionally? I said, yeah. He said, why don't you love yourself unconditionally then? What's the big problem? And I started thinking about this interaction,
Mm.
and then I thought, yeah, he's right. It's totally bullshit to doubt yourself or not love yourself, because you are born as a great person with all the good and the bad side. You are a great person, and why not love yourself even though you are not perfect? And this made also a big change in my life. I know I can say I love myself. Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, but you're so true. And I like the way he asked the question. Like he said, do you love yourself unconditionally? And when you started thinking, kind of knew enough, right? Because the moment he asked the question, do you love your children unconditionally? There was no doubt. There was no thinking. It was just the answer because you knew. And that's kind of a good test. Like when you ask people questions and they have to think about it or they have to, try to find a solution, you already know the answer usually. And this is kind of a good way. I'm going to use this story. It's a very good story. I mean, not the story, but this method of asking the question. I like it. It's a very good, yeah. Man, this is a fun podcast. This is already way different than the others. I like it. I like it. All right. So, do you want to do the next one?
Go ahead.
All right, let's do the next one. So, would you rather never get angry or never be envious?
Oh, that's I am never envious. I never
Hmm.
am. So I think that's okay. But
Okay.
I can become very angry. So the only the only logical question would be or answer would be that I choose not to be angry.
You're
But
you're
at the
never
on the same
envious.
hand, never, never.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, envious in it. Oh no, let's say it's not jealous, it's envious. It's envious in a good way,
Uh,
maybe.
envious. Well, okay. So let me
Say it.
my story time. I'll tell you a story about envious. Like at one point in uh actually recently, like I think a month ago, I heard all these great stories about a friend of mine called Shumi, and he was growing into popularity and like uh, um, his business coming up. He was becoming a very good person, a very successful person. And not only a year ago, he like I was the more successful person. Like I saw myself as more successful, which I probably wasn't. And he would you know talk with me to learn some more and so I can give them tips or look for advice and he can give me advice, but I always felt like I was the better person. I know it's wrong to think this way, but I'm gonna just say it. And
Oh,
2 weeks ago, he kind of, or like a month ago, he we spoke again, and I felt instead of feeling proud that he finally made it and that he is super successful, I felt uh, envious. I felt envy. I was like, I don't want you to be successful. I want me to be more successful, right? So this is kind of an example of envy. Like, it's not something you act on. It's just like this shameful feeling that you get, even though it's completely misplaced. Like, of course, I'm not gonna sabotage everything he is doing so that he gets, so that I get better and he get worse. Or I'm not gonna try and outrun him and become better so that I'm better than he is. You know what I'm trying to say? But my intuition or my first reaction was envy instead of pride. Or you know what I'm trying to say, that I'm proud of him, or I want to support him.
yeah.
Do you understand? So
Yeah. Okay,
again,
okay, yeah. Then, but for me, that's you said envy, but
yeah,
when you explained it, there's also a bit of jealousy. There's a bit difference for me because
okay,
jealous also means that you want something, but you also want to be better than, or some, let's say, have something in the other. I want to have the same as you, or I want to be just as good looking as you, or I want to be just as
right,
successful as you. And for me, that is a positive thing, and that is something I also have. But I would not like to lose it because it's if it's in a positive way, I think yeah, it's something that you can achieve if you want to put some effort in it. But on the same hand, I can have a look at George Clooney and think, oh, I wish I looked like him. That's envy. I have that, but
uh
I'm wise enough to know that I will never look like. I'm
all right,
different.
okay,
That's it.
yeah.
But but I'm more on the angry part. I can become very
All right,
angry. I think it would be better for myself if I had less of that. Yeah.
all right, all right. I agree. I would choose angry as well, by the way. I would like, yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. There are three more with this one. So, would you rather know the uncomfortable truth of the world? Yeah. Would you rather know the uncomfortable truth of the world or live in a comfortable lie?
That's also a very simple one for me. The blue and the red pill, I took it.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not living in the Matrix anymore for many years. I have seen the movie 15 times. I mean, that says enough. For me, the movie is a great example of how I look to the world. I think that many people live in a dream, and 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 when you choose to wake up, the problem is that you start to see also the ugly side of life, but
Mm,
when it's so clear to you, when you are so awake, even if you close your eyes, you still see the images, you still see it, and there's no way back. You cannot get back into the matrix if once you know what's going on in the world. What I had to
wow.
learn, what I had to learn on the other hand, is how to deal with that. I mean, if I have had bad periods that I was really like sad or unhappy or shameful, that I also have done things in the past, or still do things that maybe are not as good as I would like to do. But I have to learn to enjoy the life with all its ugly sides, so I think sometimes I choose to live it, but it's really like I have to do it to live in the dream,
Mm-hmm.
just to enjoy it. But at the same time, I'm always awake. I always see stuff that is, in my opinion, which is not like I would like to see it. But that's the world. I
Okay.
mean, that's life. Yeah, yeah. No, I took the
So,
red pill, and yeah, I swallowed it. So there's no way back.
so you chose know the uncomfortable truth of the world, and then you just learn how to deal with it.
Yeah, yeah. And it wasn't an easy way, to be honest, and it's still a struggle sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
That's yeah.
Wow, that's a very real answer. Yeah, to me, I think it's a very difficult one. I used to do a lot of meditation and I wanted to figure everything out. But when I was about, I think, 24, I changed my meditation into a different kind of thinking. And I told myself, or God, or whatever I prayed to. And I said, I only want to know everything that I need to know to make the right decision in that moment. Like, I don't need to know everything in the world. I don't need all the truths. I just need to know enough wisdom. I just need to have enough wisdom to make the right decision at the time. And so for me, it's like a little bit like living a comfortable life. Because to me, if I would get all my wishes, if I would get all the truths, all the knowledge possible, then I feel like I'm not gonna. It's not gonna change me. It's not gonna influence my life. I don't need all that information. I just need the information, and just need to know enough information to make the right decision that keeps me on the right path, basically. And I mean, I don't even know what that right path is, but if that means that I need to believe in Sinterklaas or Santa Claus for the first 8 years of my life or 10 years of my life, because that's what's going to give me happiness and learns how that teaches me how to be grateful and how to give presents or give love to other people, then I'm living that lie because I need that wisdom to know how to experience that, right? Does that make sense?
Eh, I think it's also a nice way of narrowing down, um, let's say, the question, how to manage life, and how to be happy and still not blind. How to find that balance between living in the world the way it is what
Mm,
I hear you say. At the same time, uh, you also want to be happy. You also want to have a nice life. Because I think that's one of the problems, that people who are awake, or especially the ones who are idealists,
mm,
they some of them really have a nasty life, you know. Even though they are
Yeah.
good people, they are always seeing what's wrong and what's bad and what hurts them, and it's they do a lot of good, but at the same time they themselves they are not happy, and that's a shame, you know, because I think
Yes.
we only have one life, so it's also nice that we can make the best of it also for ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
I
All right. All right.
I once read a very nice slogan of a guy. He says, he wrote a book about freedom, and he said, the best freedom is to live the best life you can without hurting the freedom of other people. And that's
Sound
one
good.
thing that I always try to do. I also want to have a nice life, but it should not be at the expense of other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, we're almost there. We're gonna talk about the freedom as well. Like we're almost there. I
uh,
think we got two more questions, and those two, the last two, are my favorite questions, because those are yeah. You actually answered one already last Saturday, but I wasn't there, so I'm gonna ask you this question again. Would you rather be an optimist who is always wrong, or be a pessimist who is always right? What was your answer to that?
optimist. Yeah, I. It's all about belief systems. That's what I. We you choose to believe in stuff, and for me,
Mm,
I believe that an optimistic person in the end has a nicer life, even though he is disappointed at many times because life is not as ideal as he wants, or things do not always go as good as he dreamt of. But still, I think at the end you can say I felt better. I felt more happy. I felt more hopeful. I have
mm,
always, for example, I have always put trust in people. No, 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 not always, but for a very long time now. When I'm in a
yeah.
restaurant and I have my iPad and my phone and I want to go to the toilet, I just leave it there and I go to the toilet because I trust the people around me. So far, I have not been disappointed. Maybe when
Well,
it
you've
happens, come back and it's stolen. Maybe then I will change my mind. But in 25 years now, nothing happened to me. And I think so in the end, I would say, okay, now I had bad luck for one time, but it went well for 25 years. I would still do the same thing the next time, I think.
mm,
It feels better. Uh,
well,
yeah, I like to be
if
positive.
but yeah, that's the thing. Like with this optimistic and positivity, that because I live in the same world. Like I chose being an optimist all the time as well. Um, but the problem also is I have never really experienced so many negativity or bad things in my life as much, right? So to me, it's very easy to say stay positive, but I can not really envision what I would be like when I experience trauma or experience like very negative situations in my life, because I haven't yet, or I'm not aware of them as much in comparison to other people. So it's kind of a tricky question to me too.
I, 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 I spoke about this with persons, with the people last Saturday
Mm,
about this topic, and then I also said that uh, what when, when do I can also think of something that would be very traumatic for me, and that would make it very hard to accept this thing. But in
mm,
general, I have I also have experienced bad things in my life. I once told my life story to people in Africa, and there were young people crying in the room about what I had experienced. I, a rich guy from the Netherlands, who is at the end, I believe that at the end I always bounce back and everything comes back to good.
mm,
And they were crying. I mean, these poor people, and And then I
Yeah.
thought, okay, I have experienced also some stuff that might be traumatic for some people, but for some reason I managed always to see the positive side or to bounce back. And I think this is because in the basis I am positive. I It can be about somebody being abused, somebody being bullied, somebody uh, about being a child from divorced parents, whatever. I always
Mm,
manage to bounce back, and I think I can only do that because I'm positive. Uh,
right.
yeah.
I believe so too. I think that's a very good thing you say, and especially your story about Africa, like that those children were crying, even though in comparison, like I always take my stories and then I compare them to other people's stories, and I feel like, yeah, my stories don't matter if I compare them to others. Like my negativity is not as bad as if I compare it to other people's negativities. Maybe I should not do that because you don't know. You know what I mean? Like maybe I should be aware that. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that.
I uh, I once read a book about a woman. She survived Auschwitz,
Mm.
and she became a psychologist, and she once had a person in her practice who was very frustrated and very emotional and angry and negative and disappointed, whatever. And then she started asking questions, and she said, I ordered a blue Cadillac, and
Mm.
yesterday they brought it was delivered and it was yellow. I mean, this lady
Yeah,
was really, really depressed because she got the wrong color Cadillac. and and then she said the first thing I thought was, you spoiled woman,
uh,
because she experienced Auschwitz and she cannot imagine
yeah,
that you so depressed by something like that. But then she found out, she said, when people are depressed because of such a thing,
mm,
there's always pain below. Because if you are very good, if you're very strong and confident and feeling good, you would
mm,
not be depressed by something like that. So when
yes,
people have a big trauma or issue about something that you think it's not such a big thing, there must be something below, otherwise they wouldn't think it's such a big thing. And then she said, then I could help her again as a psychologist instead of thinking, you spoiled bitch, act
yeah.
normal. For me, that was
don't
an
think
insight because, yeah,
don't think you can say the B word in the stream, but that's okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I. But okay, let's. Yeah, it's a good story, man. I mean, that's totally true. I mean, there's so many fights that people have uh, in their relationships or with their colleagues, but the fight usually never is about the objective thing they're fighting about, but there's always layers beyond that that created the fight in the first place. And like you can have a fight about the lid is not on the toothpaste, for example, but that's not what you're mad about. There's something underlying there that is causing this reaction. Because why would you fight about that if you're a positive person? You have a happy life, right? But yeah, okay. So let's try
Yeah.
the last one because
Hey,
we've been talking for half an hour already. It's going fast. It's very good. It's very good.
having fun,
Um,
huh?
I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, would you rather get 100,000 euros right now in this moment, or get 1,000 euros every day for 200 days?
Uh, I would go for the second option.
Get 1,000 every
Because
day for 200 days.
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
If yeah, because I I if I got a 100,000, of course I could do something with it. And if I get only 1,000 and I only live for 5 more days, hey, I only got 10, or whatever. So
mm.
I think with it was 1,000 a day, huh? You said.
1,000 every day. Okay, okay.
I,
Maybe I should change it up. It's a
I
little bit
can be very
much.
happy. I can be very happy with that every day. I don't need, and if I really want to buy something big that costs like 100,000 or whatever, then I have to save for 100 days. I mean, what's the big deal? I don't have to
Well,
spend it or enjoy it right now. No, no,
okay, okay.
I would
Let's
prefer.
change it up one bit, because 1,000 a day is actually a lot of money. You can kind of live properly in this way. So let's change it up. Let's say 100 every day and 10,000 now. So 10,000 now or 100. I'm gonna change this question because it's good to think about
Okay,
it this way. So
yeah, I
get
want to.
10,000 right now or 100 euros every day for the next 200 days.
That's a funny thing, but okay, it comes to 10,000 to 20,000 in, let's
Yeah.
say, in a year. I would still go for the 100 a day, because I maybe I can die in 5 minutes, but I think I will
Mm,
live for a couple of years. Then I would be patient and enjoy the fact that I would have more in the end,
mm.
instead of having it all right now and do maybe stupid things with it. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I would
Okay.
go for the 100. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, everybody goes for the
Don't have
100 every
something.
day. By the way.
Okay. But
Oh,
why would you, what could be the reason to say I want to go for the 10,000 now?
okay. So
What,
there are two methodologies here, right? So there's this living. Actually, I checked checked the chat, and Green Nick actually said I'll go for straight right away. So he would go for the 10,000 right now, but we would go to that way. Like, so there are two trains of thought here. So the first one to get the 10,000 right now, that's kind of based on quantum theory, and the one that says 100 every day is based on the Newtonian way of living. And the Newtonian way of living is cause and effect. So if you do something, then something else will happen to you. There's always a cause and there's always an effect. Every action has a reaction, right? That's Newtonian way of living. And the Newtonian way of living is very focused on end result, basically. You want to have the best end result with the least kind of risks. So you are focusing on your actions um, to get to those results, right? However, the quantum theory, like the get to 10,000 now, is very focused on uh, um, what's it called? Chaos theory. It's focused on chaos theory. That means that you are only thinking about intention and then do the action. So the action and the result are not important in quantum, not as important in quantum theory, but the intention is way more important. So, from the perspective of quantum theory, if I would offer you the opportunity to um, erase illness and famine, like hunger and wars, for the next 1,000 years on this planet Earth for everybody, but you have to kill a baby right now, right? Like kill a baby and you save humanity for 1,000 years of negativity. Then Newtonian way of thinking would say yes, that's good because the results are more important. But the quantum theory would say no, that's not good because we are focusing on intention more. Like killing something or killing a baby is never good. You no matter what results. So kind of that's what this is in kind of a hidden way. Um, but yeah, there is no wrong or right answer. That's I'm not. There is no wrong or right, but that's why I like this as a funny question because the most obvious one of the most uh, 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 yeah logical one would be 100 every day for 200 days, right? Because then you just have twice the amount of money in the end. But yeah, so that's why I like this question a lot.
I also like things about quantum physics, and
Mm,
I never related it to the question that you posed, because
okay.
but now that you explain, I realize now very strongly. I told you I'm a baby boomer. That I was raised in the old school way, of course. All
Mm,
my economic studies and stuff like that were always based on the old way, uh, of, 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 of the old knowledge. And
yeah.
I think automatically like that because I am shaped that way. it's logic that I gave this answer, and with your
Mm.
explanation, I start thinking about it. Like, no, I don't have the answer yet, but it triggers me to think different now about this issue.
Yeah.
So that's something I can do for the rest of the week.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, well, that's the fun thing about would you rather. Some would you rather seem very obvious, and when there's an obvious would you rather question, I always try to force myself to think in a different perspective. So yeah, in this kind of sense, it's like, yeah, of course, it's obvious to get the 100 every day for 200 days. And when I think that way, when I say it's obvious, then I'm noticed, then I know, like, it's kind of proved to me that I'm not thinking all the way through. Because if it's so obvious, then why would the question even exist? And that's what triggers me to think as much as I can about it. Like, why would I get the money right now in this moment? But yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So
thanks for this. Yeah.
this was fun. This is supposed to be an introduction. We've been talking about this for 40 months, but did you like this kind of talk? Was this fun?
Yeah, it's
Do
okay.
you like it?
Yeah, think I think it's good to give a person the opportunity to present himself in this way, because
Mhm.
otherwise you just tell your usual stuff, and now you are a little bit triggered to think about yourself, and you
Mhm.
get different kind of answers. It's like it. I like it.
All right.
It's okay.
Yes, I was hoping for that. Okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty. I know we've talked a lot because I actually planned this to be like about 15 to 20 minutes. We talked about it for 40 minutes, but that's all fine. We don't need to hold on to the structure. Everything is dynamic. I like to have just normal conversations, and I enjoy myself. So this is kind of fun. But I do also want to know about the about, well, who you are as a person, and what brought you to where you are at the moment right now, and yeah, what changes did you experience through your life? So
Ooh, wow. Let me try to do that in a nutshell. Well, I was not born and raised with a golden spoon in my mouth, and
mm,
and in still I think I had a happy youth, uh, but then the first part of my life was really a struggle to get out of my to get away from my poor background and to be successful and stuff like that. And I managed. I went back to school in the evenings. I mean, at 20, I was already a father, and
mm,
and at 24 already divorced. So the start also of my adult life was not so successful, but I managed to get it on the road, to get on the road again. And I went to school in the evening, and I went to have a career, and I was mostly working in sales and marketing. And at some
wow.
point I was materially I was successful, but mentally I was not really happy. And around 40, I was happy enough to get a midlife crisis and make a whole new choice. And
All
then I
right.
decided to become like a trainer, a coach, and later I just became more like a public speaker. But that's where I found that I was on the wrong track.
mm,
And by doing this work, it also involved that I had to do self development, because if you want to be a trainer, if you want to help other people to improve, you have to improve yourself. That's where it all
yes.
starts. And actually, I only got to learn myself from this moment on. So I was pretty late by getting to know about myself. And but this helped me in the last 20 years to become who I am. And nowadays I can say, like I said, I love myself. I'm happy with what I do. I'm still learning. I'm still looking, also because of Corona now, to reinvent myself all the time. And
mm,
that's what I call free thinking.
yeah,
If you most people have formed um, their let's say their convictions around the age of 22. So
right.
like 95% of what we believe in is formed in our first 22 years of our life. And for me, I always say it means that most people retire mentally at the age of 22. And I don't want to be part of that. I always want to improve and learn and be open to new stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and it's not easy. The thing is, it's not easy. But when you manage to improve that, life gets better, life gets nicer, not only for you, but also for the people around you. So since a couple of years, I call myself like a free thinker, and I want to have other people to enjoy that too. And so I also became like a freedom fighter to help other
Mhm.
people to feel more free, and yeah, to have a better life for their own, but also for the world around them. And yeah, that's what I'm doing nowadays. Yeah,
Yeah,
is
I
that
think
enough
that's a
about
very
me?
yeah, that's enough about you. Yeah, I'm done. No, I'm joking. No, it's good. It's good. No, it's a great story because it kind of goes through the processes of life what a lot of people kind of experience with, and with inner confidence. I always tell people like you cannot change the world right now. You don't change the world by changing the people that are older than 22 because they are so grounded in their beliefs. It's very difficult to change them. It's way better to grow yourself and to learn and to explore yourself and get self-development, because then you will raise your children in a way different way than you are raised. You will raise your children to be open-minded, to be self-sufficient, to be um, independent, to be optimistic and positive. And those children will raise their children in the same positive and open-minded way of living. And at one point, the whole world will be open-minded because we are raising our children to be open-minded. And you can see that around you, like we started in the Woodstock era to be more vegetarian and more vegan, and when you look around you, the whole world is slowly changing because those children are now vegetarians and are now vegan and are now thinking about the world in a way open-minded uh, um, perspective, right? So if you want to change the world, like the great Buddhists and the great advisors say, you just be the change you want to see in the world, and not because then the whole world take you as an example, but you will raise your children in a different way. And I think that's the way you can change the world. It's gonna take a long time, of course. It's a slow process, but I feel like that's
Yeah,
the best way to do it. Mm.
and to make it even more specific, I chose a couple of years ago. I chose when I said I want to be like a freedom fighter because I want to
Mm.
fight for freedom, which starts in the mind, at least in the part of the world where I live. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for me. That's very clear. But then I also discovered that there's one thing happening in the world beside animal the pain we do to animals. That's a very bad thing in my opinion. But also to
Mm.
people. I discovered that in India, Bangladesh, and Thailand, little girls are locked up in cages, literally, to be exploited for prostitution. And and when I heard about this, I thought, is this possible? Is this happening? Do people lock up children 8, 9, 10 years old in a cage for sex?
Mm.
I could not believe it the first time, but it's true, it happens. So I also decided to become like an ambassador for Free a Girl, to
Mm.
fight this exploitation, because for me, putting a live creature, a living creature in a cage for exploitation is one of the baddest things you can do. If it's a or a rat for testing or a child for prostitution. This is
Yeah.
the kind of freedom I want to fight for, to get it out of this world. Even though knowing that I will not experience it in my life probably that it's done, but I want to
Hmm.
contribute. That so for me that's the kind of freedom fight I'm also doing besides thinking free. Yeah, I wanted to add that to it
Wow.
because
Very good. No, no,
um,
it's a good message, a very important message. Yeah, it's just I you get those commercials sometimes that or like not really commercials but ads on Facebook and ads on YouTube, and they're kind of horrifying, like almost unbelievable that these things happen. And Yeah, but it's true. These things actually happen, and then when I look at my own life and the way I eat meat or the way what kind of meat I buy, I know it's bad, and I want to give this message also to the people out there. Like, to me, I decided not to become a vegetarian or a vegan yet because I'm not at that mindset yet. If I work on too many things in my life to broaden that spectrum of trying to have a fit, go to the gym, wake up early, sleep early, be always optimistic, all these segments of my life, if I want to focus on all of them, then it will cause me more stress, right? It's going to overwhelm me. But if I can just pick a few, like I just want to be optimistic all the time, and then you know what, I'll be a meat eater for now, and then the next time I'll focus on sleep, and then um, at one point I'll get to vegetarian. I know for certain, for example, that I will be when I'm get kids, I'll raise them as vegetarians as well, or like vegans, or whatever that I feel like is the truth. But the time will come. That's kind of what I'm behind. But I've got a few messages from chat. Like Elena has a question for you, and maybe that's kind of fun to answer because I think it's a pretty good question. And she asked, "Can it be that it's a bit contradictory to love yourself unconditionally and at the same time try to self improve?" And it Green Nick had a response to that, which is also fun. I will repeat the question later. He says, I would say no. Loving yourself but willing to improve means spending valuable time to yourself and the will to be a better self. I guess not improving yourself means you're not interested in yourself, so to say. So if you're not improved, you're not interested in you. And then Elena answers with right. Because because loving yourself unconditionally has nothing to do with what you are. But there has to be a reason why you love yourself unconditionally, right? So let's go back to the question. I just wanted to read the chat a bit. What do you think with the initial question, right? She asked, can it be that it's a bit contradictory to love yourself unconditionally and at the same time to try to self improve? What would you say? What kind of answer would you give on this?
I think at first sight it might feel a bit contradictionary or contradictory.
Mm.
But that's why the guy in Hawaii made this I said it, vergelijking. How you
Oh
say that in
man.
English? With your children, he compare a comparison with your
Comparison,
children.
yeah, good. Mm.
Because in when you have children, for those people who have children, it's very easy. Even my son, if my son would kill another person, I would be I would agree that he had to go to jail to have his punishment and stuff,
Mm.
but I would still love him because he's my son. It's a
Right.
kind of love that has nothing to do with what you do or whatever. I and I sometimes I also punish my son and I also tell him that he has to do things different in a different way. And I am also
Mm.
disappointed every now and then in my son, but I still love him. And I think this is the kind of love that you should try to put on yourself, even though otherwise, if you are not able to love yourself, if you when you are
Mm.
not perfect, means you that actually that you say I can only love perfect people. Well, that's bullshit. Sorry, that's BS.
Sorry. Yeah, it's BS.
I'm going to say the word. You
Bullshit is
can
okay.
love. You can love yourself
Mm.
even though you are not perfect, even though you still have to work on stuff, even though you make mistakes.
Mm.
Um, if you want, Elena, you have to Google on Ho'oponopono.
Holy
It's
shit. I'll type it in chat.
Ho'oponopono.
Okay.
It's an Hawaiian ritual to
Can you spell
clear
it for me?
yourself.
Is it H-O?
O and then
Mm.
apostrophe and then
Apostrophe?
another O,
Uh-huh.
ho of O, and then pono.
Pono. Pono. Like just how to say it, right? Pono, pono.
It actually
no.
means
What about
making things right again. That's what it
Oh,
literally means.
Green Nick already did it. Okay, okay, okay. Green Nick got it. Green Nick got it.
It's all about accepting and loving yourself, even though every day things go wrong, things don't go as you wish. You make mistakes, stupid faults, you even do bad things, and you always have to forgive yourself because you are only human. But it doesn't mean you cannot love yourself. You know,
Yeah, I
it's
understand.
such a different feeling. That's all I can tell. Yeah.
So I want to add to this from a little bit more of a psychological perspective. I would say it's that there are uh, to become to find self love. I would say, or confidence is kind of closely related in this sense. It's not the same thing, but it's closely related, right? So to find self love, you first have self compassion, and self compassion means that if you do something bad, you don't punish yourself. Like, for example, if someone else does something bad, you will try to be supportive, right? You try to, like, for example, if someone drops a cup, then you say, "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll get the cup and we'll clean it up. Don't worry about it. Don't get too upset with yourself. We'll fix this." If you yourself drop a cup, then you'll say, "Oh man, I dropped the cup. I'm so stupid. Why did I do that?" And you get mad at yourself. And self-compassion is kind of the idea to um, treat yourself as you would someone else, some other loved one, right? Like, don't get too negative to yourself. And then self-compassion grows into self-acceptance, which means I am the person that I am and I accept every little thing about myself. And when you control that, it turns into self-love. And that means, like, kind of like what unconditional love is, or maybe sometimes assertiveness or confidence. Like, it helps you form uh, this great feeling of I love myself for every little thing that I do and every little motion of me, the negative, the good. It's not that I only love myself because I'm perfect. And yeah, it's self compassion, self acceptance, and then self love. I would say that. Yeah, in addition to that, from a different perspective, maybe it
I
resonates with
think
other people in the chat.
I think we
Hmm?
can relate it to the question you started with in this podcast by
Hmm?
being loved by other people. I think that we all experience when we are young that we are raised by our parents and we are looking for their approval. And
Right.
when we do something wrong, we get punished and we think they don't love us as a child.
Yeah.
And I think it's in all of us, and we have to get rid of that. Even if we make mistakes, as a child, you
Mm,
don't know. But now, from now on, you have seen this podcast, you know your parents still love you. Even though you
true.
throw a cup, they still love you. So why not do that for yourself? Stop punishing yourself by saying, "Oh, stupid fool," to yourself. No, I'm sorry. Say I'm sorry. Say that to yourself when you make a
Yeah.
mistake. Say sorry. Say to yourself, "Please forgive me."
Yeah.
And then third sentence is, "I love you," and then go on.
Yeah.
It's
That's a very
possible. It's
good
really
idea.
possible. So Elena,
And
love your
oh,
nothing wrong with that.
exactly, Elena. Just love yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, she replied in the chats and she said, "Forgiveness. That's the core." Then, yeah, I would say forgiveness is a very, very big part of it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
central
All right,
part of all.
so
Uh,
we got a few minutes left. I'm gonna check the clock here real quick. Where's the clock? Clock.
Minutes
I'm
only,
not
I
sure.
think.
Yeah, a few minutes. So I'm just gonna. Oh, 2 minutes only, guys. We didn't even get to the statements. Um,
Uh,
so yeah, is there anything you would like to share with the group? Something you wanna, yeah, that you really wanna end with? I would say something that we missed.
it's you already know it. For me, it was for me the greatest breakthrough in my life. It was it was a one-liner that made me really think and look different at things, and that was the bumper sticker I once read. It's so
All right.
simple. You walk in the street and you see a bumper sticker, and it said, "Do not believe everything you think." And when you repeat this sentence a couple of times the coming weeks, you start to
Mm,
see that life is not the same as what you always thought it was. And then you start to see new things, and you get the space to develop yourself. So for me,
Right.
that's the most me it's the most important one in my life. Do not believe everything you think. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's something different. Maybe there's something new, innovative, another way of approaching it. And then life gets nicer, It gets more, yeah. That's the most
Acceptable.
important one I would like to get.
Yeah.
Next to love yourself.
All right. Well, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the podcast. It was fun to pick your brain a bit and ask you a few questions. Really enjoyed the would you rather questions. I would like 5 more minutes, maybe 2 more minutes for people that have questions in chat. You can ask a question now. There we have a little bit more time, and then because we got a little bit overtime. So yeah, if anyone has a questions, we're gonna do one, maybe two, but let's see if there are people with questions. And I'm gonna go check the other side as well. Oh, oops. Because sometimes people type questions in the Q&A. So we want that to be open as well. Let me see here. Stream Q&A. No, there are no questions. There's no questions. Yeah, let me check the chat. Nice ending statement. Amazing, Greenig. Elena says, great motto, Hans. Thank you for telling your story. All right, all right, all right. But yeah, then the stream comes to an end. Thank you, Hans. Thank you for your motto. Don't believe everything you think. Yeah, it's a good one. I remember that one. Yeah, I'm very aware of it. Is there anything? Where can we find you? Is there a website we can show on the stream? Is there something that you wanna link us to?
I'm very hard to find. My name is Hans Bassing. So when you type Hans Bassing, you will find the website hansbassing.com. Or when you go
Mm-hmm.
to LinkedIn and Hans Bassing, you will find Hans Bassing. There's only one Hans Bassing in the world. Fact, there's only one with that name. So I always come up when you Google me, no problem. And on the website and on LinkedIn, you can find most of the stuff that and what I do and how I think about it and what I think that's if you want to know more about me, that's where you can find me.
Wow. Yeah, we got the website on the stream right now. Yeah, so I'm scrolling through it a little bit. It looks amazing. I'm gonna post the link into the chat so that people can see it as well. And yeah, so if you want to know more about Hans, then you can find him on LinkedIn. You can find him on the website. So thank you. I am going to end the stream with this, or not the stream. I'm going to end the podcast with this, and I'll be right back after I set up my next camera, and we're going to play a game called Kind Words, where I help people who are, uh, yeah, going through a little difficult of a time. So stay tuned. I'll be back in about 10 minutes, and then yeah, I'm gonna have a little talk with little ending talk with Hans before everything goes off. So yeah, be right back.
Wow.
So quickly, we gotta do a big screen. I'm gonna do a few things real quick. I know you still hear me. Push this button. And timers on. Okay. Where's my microphone? There we go. Yes. Okay, mic is muted. We got it. We got it. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. So we just had an amazing conversation, an amazing podcast with our friend Hans. Um, so yeah, it is it just um check. Okay. And the next segment, the last segment, is usually we're playing kind words, which is a game where people have problems like, "Hey, I'm sad. My parents just died in an accident. I need some help," and stuff like that. So we're gonna go play kind words, and again see if we can help people. What's up, Arturo? You're back. You're back. How you doing? But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you have tips and for me for the podcast? How can I make it better? Do you guys um yeah, want to share something? Share something about it? Uh no, we're Gucci. All right. Bigger webcams. Okay. Okay. I'll work on that. What? All right. Good. All right. Are we good? Boom. Can turn this off. Bigger webcams. I'm gonna actually. That's a good idea. I'm gonna do bigger webcams. Um. Yeah, I'll do bigger webcams. The sound is not loud enough. The sound is not loud enough. Like the voices, are the voices not loud enough? Because sometimes Hans kind of broke off. I understand that, but couldn't really do anything about that, to be honest. Because it was like a internet issue. But my sound right now is not loud enough, right? That's what you're talking about. Um, how about now? How is the sound, guys? Everybody agreed that the sound is not loud enough? Sound. That's here. It should be pretty good, actually. But maybe Facebook is doing stupid things. I think we should be good. All right. Let's play a little bit of kind words. See what people are into these days. Also, if you have questions or you want to add anything to it, then of course you can give your input. Yes, my phone is to the max and it's okay, but it has to be not. It has to not be max. I'm using Facebook with other app. I should try. You can use Twitch.com, Twitch.tv/opencoffee, I guess. This is where we stream as well, but it has to be. My volume is to the max, but it's okay, and it's okay. But if it's not on the max, I'm using. Okay. Someone wrote me a letter. Wow, that is being answered? That's a long time ago. Good, Nick. All right, thank you, man. Thank you. So the quality is better there on Discord. That's good. That's good. My phone is to the max, okay, but it has to be not to the max. I'm using Facebook. Okay. So what we can do here is Yeah, I can just make the there's possibilities for me to up the master volume, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna answer these. I'm not gonna read those ones. Okay. Yeah, we can improve the sound quality. So Arturo, do you want to help me out? Do you want to answer some questions here? Because people are saying, I am always very scared and I can't pin down why. Today I vomited after eating something out of stress and I just didn't stop until I was all out. All right. So let's say that again. I was always very scared and I can't pin down why. Today I vomited after eating something out of stress, and I just didn't stop until I was all out. My stomach hurts. I don't know how to feel better about myself. What are we gonna do with this, man? How are we gonna reply to this? Do you guys have any advice or any input? Let's think about it. I'm always very scared and I can't pin down why. Today I vomited after eating something out of stress and I just didn't stop until I was all out. Do I have a... Yeah, that like all questions are pretty concerning, to be honest. Most of them are, I would say. Most of the questions are. I didn't delete it. It was a I just sent a timeout, but yeah. Let me try real quick. I can't remove it. Purge? What does purge mean? No, I don't think it leaves. I don't think it goes away. I have to do it through restream.io. No, I don't think it's a medical issue. I just think it's... You have like a minute of stream lag? Dude. No, I don't think it's a medical issue though. I think it's I think it's just stress, which is actually a medical issue, but I think there's just a lot of stress. No, I can't help it. I can't remove it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so can I rename this? Shit, I can't rename it. Well, we're still working on the stream. Don't worry about it. 4K screen. Please, if can I rename this now? Because I just want a magnifying glass, guys. Jesus. 4K magnify. I'm gonna have to. Shit. I was gonna do it this way real quick. I can't do it that way. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my stream so it's fun. Elena, are you still here? Are you still having fun? Are you enjoying yourself? There we go. As for the question, I think the person anxious about multiple things in life instead of one thing could make it hard to figure out. Sometimes, something I always did at such moments is grabbing a pen and paper and write down what's going on in my mind and reflect on it later. Okay. I'm gonna try and combine the answers. So, no, it says timer message get removed automatically. Okay, purchase removing all of the messages. Let's not do that. Arcturus said this seems concerning. Okay, try to make a brainstorm session about this. Put I am scared in the middle and then just add a lot of things to it. The more you write, the more sense your emotions will make to your brain. Your brain is only capable of understanding things if there are labels, if there are words associated to emotions and feelings. Maybe if you grab a pen and paper and write down what's going on in your mind, you can reflect on it later. Hope it helps. Bam! We answered that. So yeah, so this is a fun thing with your brain. Like, there are so many emotions that go through your brain, but your brain has to label these emotions into words before they can make conscious and logical sense out of it. If you don't do that, if you don't practice your vocabulary, if you don't improve those communication skills, it's very difficult for you to understand yourself, understand emotions and such. Like, intuitively, your emotions make sense and you don't need vocabulary to take actions, but understanding the actions, that is what you need vocabulary for. So intuition comes, insight is learning. Like, intuition comes first and then insight happens like that. That's why that moment. All right, that's insight. Now for insight, you need a vocabulary. But yeah, that's kind of the answer. All right, I kind of mixed both Nick's answer and mine. That's kind of cool. Next one. A friend who I considered a little sister to me committed suicide a few days ago. Some days I'm crying hysterically and some days I feel nothing at all, as if she's a total stranger. Is this normal? I feel like a bad person when I feel nothing. Oh, right. You're a moderator, you can totally do that. You can totally do that. But I think I changed it now, did I? Are you not a mod? God, making you moderator. All right, you're mod now. Make my life easier, please. I do have a button for it on my Stream Deck, so I can just press one button and it changes. But sometimes I needed to change into something different, right? Yeah, Nick is someone who lives in Breda with me. He always carries my heavy stuff for me. Do you know League of Legends? He is a carry. He carries my big fat ass. Alright. So, a friend who I consider a little sister to me committed suicide a few days ago. Some days I'm crying hysterically and sometimes I feel nothing at all. As if she is a total stranger. Is this normal? I feel like a bad person when I feel nothing. So, what do you guys think? I'm gonna go with our brain is a very powerful thing. All hail Lord Neek. Don't do that. It'll go. No, don't heal him. Terrible things happen when he gets confidence. Just a normal human being. Yes, good job. You're just normal. You're a normal human. Our brain is a very powerful thing. It protects us from trauma and from overwhelming emotions. I've never gone through something like that, so I've got no input. All right. Feeling. Okay. Some days I'm playing still again, some days I'm not well. This is still Man, I don't know what to say. I've never been through something like this, especially when I feel like this is a teenager as well. Yeah. If emotions get too overwhelming, your brain kind of shuts off. It can't deal with that actually. It's not like a conscious thing. It just can't deal with that many hormones coming through, so it kind of shuts off. Now let's give some advice. Let's see if we can help somehow. I feel like a bird person when I feel my phone. Oh man, this is difficult. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Okay. At this moment, yeah, it happened a few days ago. sort of how it. Hello, Elena. It. Nice. In any advice or any sort of help is not going to be effective because the person who looking for is through the emotions through the emotion. So, who are here to just keep sending this request. Okay. So I decided I think this is the only thing I can do. I mean, first of all, it doesn't matter if you don't feel anything. It's not a bad thing. It's just your brain's protecting itself. Then right now you're in a moment. Okay, so with grief, for me, with grief, there is a period of time. It's 3 days of grief, basically. You have 3 days. You can do whatever the fuck you want, and everybody around you is supporting you in that way. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not you're limited to 3 days. It's just those 3 days are a free pass. So for example, what I'm trying to say, the first 3 days of loss are the 3 days that people will it's another thing to dose your grief. You give it some time to work on it and express, and the other time you need to recharge and withdraw. Yeah, exactly, Elena. Yeah, exactly. Understandable. It's a normal progress. So my 3-day theory. Let me explain the 3-day theory for a bit. You have 3 days where the people around you will accept you whatever. So they give up their life to help you out, and they give you anything you want and anything you need. After those 3 days, you can still have grief, but people are not going to give you anything anymore. So in the first 3 days, I would give up some of my work, for example, and I would take some free time and take some vacation hours, and I'll help you out. I'll go to you and I'll just help you with anything you need and you want, and I'll give you everything you need and want. After those 3 days are over, I'm going to go back to work again. I'll still help you, but it's not granted anymore, right? It's just, I'm going to do my own life now, and with my own life, I'm balancing it out with helping you. That's kind of the 3 days period of grief that I'm talking about. And an example for that would be, for the next 3 days, I'm not going to shower. Or for the next 3 days, I'm telling you what I want to eat. I'm going to say, hey, Nick, I want you to make pizza for me, please. And you'll make pizza for me. Like, you'll do anything you want that I want to do, you'll do that for me, okay? If you are a lover, if you love me, right? And after those 3 days are over, you are, even though if I say, hey, Nick, you have to make me pizza, now because it's outside of the grieving area, you'll say, I'm sorry, man, I don't have time. I can make you something else, but I'm gonna go do this and this and this now, right? This is what I mean with the 3 days grieving period. For 3 days, you'll be treated like a king, and after that, or like a queen, after that treatment is over. And you can still have your own grieving period. You can like grieve for like months, but people are not gonna throw away their own lives for you. That's kind of what I try to make this 3-day grieving period as clear as I can. But yeah. Also, right now you're sending messages out of desperation, basically. The advice is not really gonna help this person, so I advise just keep sending requests, and at one point you'll get the right answer. So all right, I'm gonna send this. 3, 2, 1. Any additions? Any changes? Are we agreeing? I give you time to write anything. Actually, I'm gonna keep it that way. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep it. Don't want to wait. Don't have that much time. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a very good one. I've been so touch-starved lately. I wish I had someone who felt the same way about me. I got out of a messy relationship that was forced, and I'm scared that I will never truly experience what love is like. Ooh. Massages. Go get massages. Massages. Dear. If you go to a massage place, you can get a great massage and it will help you develop the sense of touch, which is very important. Of course, it could be a bit conflicted. Could be a bit challenging, but it is amazing. But it is a very normal and accepted service in almost in every country. It's important, guys. It's important. I'm sorry. I got like messages for a delivery because I'm gonna get like beautiful things. So I need to be aware of when they're being delivered. Sorry. I can relate as someone whose primary love language is physical touch. I think this person is searching for a connection. Yeah, true. I mean, this is a temporary solution. Like the massage palace is actually, I would advise everybody to take massage. If you have the financial wealth for that, go to a massage place and get your massages. Being touched is very, very important. Or maybe, you can just ask your friends and say, hey, do you want to hang out? And then just talk about it. Because, getting massages, like, we humans have 5 senses, right? We have the sense of sight. We have the sense of hearing, audio sense. We have the sense of taste. We have the sense of touch. And we have the sense of smell. And in this day and age, we're only developing 2 senses. I guess Nick knows. I've talked about this a lot on stream, actually. So we only develop the sense of sight and the sense of hearing a lot. Like we listen to music and we watch television. When you have a meal, you always watch television while having the meal. So you're not developing the sense of taste. You're not focusing on taste. And to be a fully complete human, you need to develop the sense, all your 5 senses, not just 2 of them, but all of them. And touch is one that is very difficult to develop because people feel very conscious about this idea. And a massage place or getting massages, is a very, very useful way to develop your sense of touch. So yeah, I advise everybody to get massages. Or just hold hands or, cuddle or be with people. It's very important. It's very important. Okay, but you're right, Elena. I'm gonna add your answer as well. I would argue that massage is not fulfilling. It's a touch, but not on a deep personal connection with that person is really looking for when I read that question. Yeah, okay, so that's true. That's like the problem is the massage is like a temporary solution. It's like a band-aid. It's not real, it's a band-aid, right? So however, it is kind of the example with teaching someone to fish. If someone is too overwhelmed by fear, this person is not, or by hunger in this case, if you're too overwhelmed by hunger, you'll not be able to learn how to fish easily. So first of all, I give you a fish, and when you're eaten, I'm gonna teach you how to fish, because then you're satisfied, you're strong. Same goes here. Go to massage place, get a massage, get a little bit of tension away from you, get a little bit, let go of those feelings. You will find that you're gonna cry. You find that emotions are getting loose when you get a massage. But that's all fine, that these things happen. And then after that release, there's time to learn. So that's kind of what I want to add here with your with the comment as well. Like Yolanda said, like, now be aware that this is not a solution, but it's something to ease the pain. I got out of my relation, I was forced, and I'm scared that I will never truly experience love in my life. An important part something you could try is visiting streamers with a small amount of viewers. Visiting kind word streamers with a small amount of viewers. These people love to chat with their audience. You will experience a positive. You will have a positive experience with social engagement. You will have a positive social experience. This is a small little step in the social step on the social ladder. Okay. Holding someone's hands and cuddle on the couch and watching TV with a friend, for example, can be very helpful. Yes, I agree with that, Elena. I very, very much agree with that. However, when you're not in a relationship, or when you are not as when you're a little bit social awkward, I would say it's very difficult to find such a relationship, because holding hands and cuddling and watching TV and just being with each other can very easily translate into the wrong expectations and maybe even sexual tension that's not very comfortable sometimes, or all these other hormones that come free. So it's good advice, but I feel like a little bit smaller steps is more advised. Like in my case, I would love to cuddle up, right? I would love to have just a friend sit on the couch and watch some TV and just be together. That would be amazing. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do one more. And then it's 12 o'clock and I gotta... Actually... 50 more minutes. How many did we do? We did suicide one. We did touch one. And we did... Did we do another one? Or did we only do two? Oh, we did stomach one. We did eating a lot one. We did eating a lot. But yeah. So how are you guys doing? Are you guys having fun? Let's go to the chatting. Let's fill the last few minutes with a little bit of question and answer kind of stuff. Nick, can you change the category back to just chatting for me? Nice. Did that work? Let's see Twitch. No, it didn't work, man. It didn't work. It didn't work. Or did it? No, it did not work. Come on, Nick. Said it. Do you want me to do it myself? I can do it myself. This one. Talking with viewers. You're my viewers. Do you guys think I need a light box? Because I feel a little dark here. Okay. Yeah, I don't have that bot. I don't have that bot. Maybe I should buy a light box, but you know. I'm very comfortable right now, guys. So, this was a very good stream. I like the stream. We're slowly improving. We're slowly improving the stream. We're slowly improving the stream. So today I'm gonna talk with a guy from the Church of Christ. I'm not sure what his name was again. What is his name? How do I get to his profile? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Sorry. Church of Jesus Christ of the Holies of Lost. What? How do I translate this? English. Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm gonna have a talk with him. I'm gonna meet up with him. I think I'm gonna meet up with him. Actually, I don't know. I'm just gonna ask him. But yeah, so later today I have a meeting with someone from the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints and the Latter-day Saints of Latter-day Saints, and I'm very curious about what he is, what he does, what his theory is, what his perspectives are, the way he thinks, what his beliefs are, and maybe invite him to a podcast. So yeah, we're gonna have a conversation with him as well and look at his perspective of life, which I think is very interesting. And then we have a podcast tomorrow with, let's see what we've got there. Tomorrow's podcast is with Julia. All right, from Open Coffee, Julia. Hope she's ready for it. And I've got to meet up with Ilva. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Then on my birthday, the 12th of August, it's that's not Nick anymore. That's Anissa. Anissa guest. And the 13th is Nick, the moderator Nick. Pun. But yeah, we're gonna talk about a few topics. Also, we have a with someone who likes to study voodoo and witchcraft. I also have a podcast with this person. It's going all over the place. It's going all over the place, but it's very fun to do these things. But yeah, first of all, I really need to fine-tune everything a bit more. I also have a designer. I saw someone wanted to design. His name is David. I'm gonna set up a meeting actually with him. Probably not. Damn, I can't set up a meeting. I'll just set up the meeting later. But yeah, it's gonna be super interesting. It's gonna be super interesting. So Restream.io is good. How about hey, Discord command. If you type commands, you get all the commands, but they're not very fast though. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, some of them are delayed because they are being called from a website. But yeah, this is 3 hour streaming. It's kind of tiring. I'm gonna train myself to be better at it. But at least for now, it's been fun. And yeah, we're gonna slowly end the stream. That's right. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream. It's been fun. It's been fun. I had fun. It's great. Thank you, Nick, for moderating. And I'm gonna go take a little bit of a shower now because I'm hot and I don't know what to talk about. But yeah, we had a fun little stream here. Goodbye, my friends. Yeah, it didn't work. Where's my Streamlab thing? All right, so yes, thank you for watching and see you tomorrow morning. Oh, good. Bye.